A very good morning. In the previous class, we have seen about arrays and the different set of operations what we can do with the array. So we have seen that array is a collection of elements of similar data type which can hold the number of elements specified within the subscript, or whatever the size of the array is declared, those many elements it can hold. But the data type of all the elements in the array will be same. The data type will be same. Now we have also seen how do we insert an element onto the array. If you want to insert an element at the end of the array, it will not make any affection. There will be no overhead involved in that one, because at the end of the array the space will be available. Directly we can save the element at that location, and then only we have to change the size of the array. That's it. But if you want to insert an element in between array, in between some elements, then after insertion you have to shift all the elements, or in other words, before you insert an element onto specified location, you have to shift all the elements to the right. You have to create an vacancy for that element to be stored, and once you create that vacancy, the new element can be stored in that particular location. And after insertion, again we have to increase the size of the array as well. That was the overhead involved when you want to insert an element in between. Now in this class we'll be discussing about deletion of an element. That is, how do we delete an element from the given array. So deletion also has the same strategy as that of the insertion. If you want to delete an element at the end of the array, there will be no maximum overhead involved in that one. Just after deleting the element, you have to decrease the size of the array. That is what is the process. For example, if this is what is the initial array, in which there are elements called -1, 3, 5, 22, 77. And this is what is the initial array. And if you delete element 77 from the end of the array, from the end of the array, this is what is the scenario. So what this scenario shows, array contains after element is deleted from the end. That means from this initial array, we are deleting 77 from the end of the array, and this is what is the scenario what we get. As we are deleting element from end of the array, there is no overhead or maximum replacements involved in this one. Only in this case we have to decrease the size of the array. Whatever is the size, just decrement the size by 1. Size equal to size -1. That's it. But if the case involves deletion of an element in between, somewhere in between, say for example, you are trying to delete an element from the index location 2. So if you consider this as an initial array, what is the index location 2? Index location 2 is this one. That means you want to delete this element 5 from the array. So when you delete element 5 from the array, what we have to do here is this vacancy will get created. Then 22 must be shifted to the left. Then 77 must be shifted to the left by 1 position. Those elements should be shifted. And after that process, this is what is the array, how it looks like. So what happens here? -1, 3, 22, and 77. So this is how we have deleted. We can delete an element somewhere in between. Now in this case also, whatever is the present size, the size will be decremented. Size equal to size -1. Size equal to size -1. Now this is what is the procedure, whatever logic I have explained, shifting the elements. Like this algorithm is very similar to the insertion. In the insertion, what we do, we shift all the elements to the right by one location, then we insert the element. In deletion, what we do, just shift all the elements to the left by one position, because the present location will get overwritten. What is happening here is we are not exclusively deleting 5 here. What we do, we simply shift 22 to this location. Then we shift 77 to this location. Automatically this location will get overwritten. So 5 will get overwritten by 22. 22 will get overwritten by 77. Whereas this actually the element will be still present here. But for our understanding purpose, we will assume it as not present in this location because it has got shifted. But actually speaking, the array element will be still present here until and unless you overwrite that particular location. So this is the procedure like what I told just, and let us see one example program. The things will be much clear when we consider the example program, that is a C program for array deletion. That means how can we delete an element from the, how can we delete uh, an element somewhere in between the array, right? One second. I'll just close the windows. Right, the program I have took it here. I have taken it here so that I can explain the things in a proper way. Right. So this is the program which demonstrates how do we delete an element from the array. So include the necessary header files, and this is where we are declaring an array of size 10. That is array of 10. Declaration of an array along with the initialization with the elements. So the impact of this, what happens here is an array will be declared. An array will be declared with what? With size 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is what is the array. What is the name given for the array? Name given for the array is array. Index values will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is what is the present array. And what are the initial values that we are storing here? -1, 3, 5, 22, and then 77. These are all the initial values present in the array. The size of the array is, it can hold 10 elements. It can hold 10 elements, but among those 10 locations, 5 are already occupied because we are doing initialization. That is what is the impact after the first line. I just took the other, copy this side. Right, this is what is the array. Right, and next we are declaring the local variables. What are those variables? I, k, n, and d. So I, k, n, and d. Some variables are getting declared. Simply clear the screen and initialize the value of the size of n, value of n to 5, because there are presently 5 elements present within the array. So the value of n is initialized to 5. Value of n is initialized to 5. Now after that, here we are simply displaying the contents of the array by using for loop. That is, start from 0 and go up to 4, because I less than n, go up to 4, and just display what is that? Array of 0 is equal to %d. So this argument is for this format specifier, and array of 5, this entire argument is for this format specifier. So what it will do? Array of 0 is what it will display after the execution of this for loop. Array of 0 is -1. Array of 1 is 3. Array of 2 is 5. Array of 3 is 22. Array of 4 is 77. This is how it will display. Now this is where we want to delete. What we are asking to the user, enter the index location from where you want to delete the element, and that will be stored in a variable called k. So let us say that k is equal to 2. Let us say k is equal to 2. That means from the index location 2 you want to delete the element. What is the index location 2? Index location 2 is the element present at the index location 2 is 5. You want to delete this element. Before we do, because once we delete this, the element will be lost. So we have to take that element and store it in the variable so that we can display it afterwards. So what D is containing? D is equal to array of k. What is array of k? K is 2. Array of 2 is what? 5. That means D is containing 5, which is nothing but the element which we want to delete. Which is nothing but the element which we are going to delete. Now, what is the logic that I told? What was the algorithm for deleting? If you delete this, starting from the very next location, if k is 2, what is the next location? K plus 1. That means from this location onwards, that means from the location where you want to delete, from the next location onwards, from this location onwards, you have to shift all the elements to the right. So that is what is logic. That means first you should have pointer to this location. This location must be shifted to the previous location, or in other words, the present location where you are deleting, that should have the value present in the next location. This should have value present in the next location. Similarly, this should have value present in the next location. That is what very simple shifting mechanism we are following. That is, start from k. I is equal to k. K is 2. That means value of I is also 2. That means from this index onwards, I want to shift to this index. Obviously, I is less than or equal to n minus 2. So that is, I is less than or equal to n is 5. 5 minus 2 is what? 3. That means up to this location you are traversing, because next location anyhow we are shifting it here. That's why you have to take n minus 2. So just perform the operation. What is that? Array of I, that is present location, will get the element present in the next location. That's it. See the index values here. Array of I, which is referring to the present location. Array of I plus 1 is referring to the next location. So whatever element is present in the next location, that must be copied to the present location. That is the simple logic. That must be copied to the present location. So that's what we are doing here. What we do, array of I plus 1. What is present in array of I plus 1? I is 2. I plus 1 is 3. That means this will give a value of 3. So array of 3 is what? 22. So this 22, the RHS will give us what? 22. This 22 must be assigned to where? Array of I. So I is what? 2. So array of 2 will get 22. Array of 2 will get 22. One second. I equal to 2. I is equal to 2. K is equal to 2. And D is equal to 5. For better understanding, I'll rewrite that array. Because if I change the same array, you may not follow. There could be some sort of confusion. Right? This is what is our array. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is what is the scenario. So what we are doing here is array of I. Array of 2 will get what? Array of 2 will get 22. That means these first two elements will not change. What I am doing, I am taking this 22 and shifting it to the location here. So once you write 22 here, this 5 will get overwritten. 5 element will be lost, and in the location, in the index location 2, the element 22 will be overwritten. But if you see carefully, still there will be 22 here. still there will be 22. We are not deleting 22 from here. What you are doing? We are simply taking the copy 22 from this location and placing it in the previous location. That's it. But actually, the assumption here is we are for our understanding we will assume that the element will get deleted. So that I will explain at the end. Right. So that was the first shifting. Now what happens in the for loop? The value of I will get incremented because the modifier part what it is doing, it is incrementing the value of I by 1. Now present value of I is 2. After incrementing I becomes 3. After incrementing I becomes 3. Now when the value of I is 3, check the condition whether that I is it less than or equal to n minus 2. What is n minus 2? N minus 2 is 3 because n is 5, 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. So enter into the for loop. Take this element. What this gives us? I is 3. 3 plus 1 is what? 4. That means this will give 4. So what is array of 4? So array of 4 is 77. So this entire thing will give us a value of 77. That 77 has to be shifted to array of 3. That means this 77 has to be shifted to array of 3. So after shifting, how the array looks like? I'll write simply A here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is minus 1, 3, 22. Now what we are doing here is the element from the index location 4, we are taking it and placing it to the element at the index location 3. That means 77 will come in this location. But 77, we are not shifting it entirely. We are not deleting the location, but for our understanding purpose, I'll write it. Still 77 is present here. Still 77 is present here. But when actually we have to ignore this. So when that will get ignored whenever we change the value of n. Whenever we change the value of n. So that I will explain very shortly. You will come to know. Right now, after this iteration, what happens? The value of I will get increased once again as well. What is the present value of I? Present value of I is 3. Once you increase this, I becomes 4. Now check the condition whether that 4 is it less than or equal to 3 because n minus 2 is 3. What is the condition that we are checking? 4 is it less than or equal to 3? No, condition fails. We will come out of the for loop. Execution of the for loop will stop. And what is the immediate next statement? N is equal to n minus 1. What was the present value of n? Present value of n was 5. Now when you perform n minus 1, the new value of n becomes 4. That means what it indicates, there are only 4 elements in the array. So there are only 4 elements in the array. So with this logic, it is obvious that we have to ignore this element. This element will get ignored. So we, as for our requirement, we will just concentrate on this new array, which is obtained after deleting an element from the array. Which is obtained after deleting an element from the array. Right? And next, what we are doing here is we are simply printing what is that? This element is deleted from this location. What is present in D? In D already we had stored it. That is, we want to display it at the end. We wanted to display it at the end. So what we have done is we have saved that element in the variable D. What it prints? It prints like 5 element is deleted from the index location 2. And after deletion, again we are displaying the contents. So what is the new array? This is what is the final array what we have got after deletion of the elements. This is what is the final array. And we are simply deleting it by using for loop. That is I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus. Just iterate the for loop and display array of 0, array of 1, array of 2 and array of 3. All the elements will be displayed. Right? So this is what is the logic. I will just try to demonstrate this program. How we can get the elements. Yes, I did program 4.3. Right, this was the program what we have covered just now. So what I'll do, I'll just run the program. Right, so these are the array contents which are initially displayed 0, -1, 3, 5, 22, 77. Now we have to enter the index location from where we want to delete the element. I'll give the index location as 2. Once you give the index location 2, what happens? The element 5 will get deleted. The element 5 should get deleted, and what we get? We get the result as -1, 3, 22, and 77. So what is the outcome? -1, 3, 22, and 77. So I will run it once again. So let us say the index this time what I will give, I'll give it as 3. I'll give it as 3. That means 22 should get deleted. Yes, as you can see, -1, 3, 5, 77 is the result. So this is the procedure what we follow for deleting an element from the array. Deleting an element from the array.